What is up, my fellow Chibits? Today, I'm here to bring all of you the weekly anime review of 91 Days. It is episode 3, and as always, as we all know, some of us like to follow a 3-episode rule, and depending on the 3rd episode, you can kind of consider if you want to either continue watching, or if you want to drop the said series. And 91 Days has finally reached that moment, the 3rd episode. Now, after finishing this episode, I gotta completely say that 91 Days has blown away my expectations. I never would have thought that 91 Days would have been this good. I gotta be honest here, because if the first 3 episodes are just a taste of what I could expect from the rest of the series, I see a very, very fantastic series before everything is said and done, because the different, unique vibe I get from this series compared to everything else from this anime season, it's just astounding. And as I said early on in my first impressions, when I first did a video on 91 Days, is that this series just has a very unique atmosphere to it. It's so different from everything else from the season, and it continues to do that. And I love the character, the main character Angelo, doing what he's doing and taking down certain mafia bosses and trying to get his revenge for his family. I love the style of this series. It's such a fantastic series when it does that. In episode 3, it really dives into that. You just see Angelo slowly setting things up, trying to go the proper path of getting his revenge and taking certain people down. I love how the episode did that. And I love this series. Am I the only one that truly just has been enjoying this series so much? I mean, I love the way the actual setting is done. I love the atmosphere. I love the music. Oh my god, I love the fucking music. The music is definitely something I really enjoy. And one thing, too, that I think many of us might not be actually caring about much is that the way the guns are done in these episodes. Like, for instance, in this episode, the details to the guns is something you don't normally see. Like, the way it looks and all that, the way the animation is done on some of the guns, it's something that just looks so vivid or real. And I gotta admit that the production team that worked on the guns in this episode, they did a very good job. Definitely out of everything in this episode, the animation, art, and all that when it came to the guns were leaps and bounds compared to the other episodes, but also in some really good superb animation I haven't seen in recent seasons when it comes to guns. So, yeah, definitely A1 right there. Anyways, though, since this is the 3rd episode, I need to ask everyone, I mean, how is everybody feeling about the series so far? I mean, since it is the 3rd episode, I mean, have you been enjoying it? Is it lived up to your expectations? Is it something you want to continue watching? Is it something that you truly enjoy, or is it something you truly hate? Also, how do you feel about, you know, where the series is going right now? That's what I'm very curious about, what you Chibits think, because, I mean, with this episode, we now know that Angelo, he's going to go off on a travel a little bit with another fellow person he wants to kill, and as we found out the true goal in sight with the 2nd episode, we found out that the people he was working with is actually the mafia people he wants to kill, get revenge against. And now that we know he's amongst them right now, and he's trying to put up an alibi where he can kill them, but also be safe to where he doesn't get hurt, I like the way that's, you know, going. I like the direction of the series. He's having to kind of sneak around this family, trying to have an alibi of why he's fine, and why certain people are dying around him, and he's got to get away with it. I like that too. And I love in this episode when he was being able to go on a trip with him, you just see him smile and he just lights up a fucking cigarette. I'm like, yo, that shit's epic. Just to see when he was actually just smiling all evilly in the middle of the night. Oh yeah, and one last thing before I end this video, the mob boss that was eating lasagna, and he's like, lack of butter, and then he fucking just spits it out in the chef's hat. I'm like, bro, that's pretty fucked. That was a really fucked up scene. It was a really fucked scene when you saw that. So, damn, that poor chef. I mean, he got probably executed on the spot because he couldn't make lasagna properly. Thank God, you know, that doesn't happen in, you know, Sokugeki no Soma. But damn, that poor chef, he got wrecked. He got fucking wrecked. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about 91 Days? Have you enjoyed it? Have you hated it? I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.